one family, one people, one planet, one love, one family, one people, one planet, one love, one family.
Good morning and welcome to SoulCall Sunday. This morning, the background might look a little familiar. We're playing a little bit of upstairs, downstairs. I am happy to report I am in Millerton, New York, doing SoulCall Sunday with Natalia Zuckerman, live and in person. And this morning, as we continue on the theme for October of Out Beyond Ideas, we come to the week where we talk about letting go. And there are many ways to discuss the idea of letting go and opportunities for us to practice presence as we let go and change, transformation, letting go. These are all ways we can explore the idea of being present with what is happening as we evolve and change and grow. And this morning, as always, we welcome in the practicing of the presence with the opportunity to experience Qigong, which is a Chinese form of working with energy, pulling the energy into the body and allowing ourselves to get connected, body, mind, spirit. And those of you who participated this morning with Natalia's yoga at 8:15, you're already in that zone of connection, transformation, conscious change, presence with body, mind, spirit as we take each step. So thank you for tuning in every Sunday morning. 8:15 is Yoga with Natalia. And what brilliant letters we receive and emails from those of you who participate and the transformations you're experiencing with your beautiful bodies and staying present with as you move and stretch. But this is another opportunity for that. So just getting us grounded and centered with where we are. Let's just open to Almighty Infinite Presence. We give great thanks for this opportunity to come together this morning. And if you're watching later, knowing that all hearts and minds are connected whenever we are putting our consciousness there. The mind goes where energy flows where the mind goes. It's that infinity loop of brilliance and presence. And I give great thanks to all of you who are with us, creating a conscious global community, joining us in the time-space continuum and then beyond a little bit later. We appreciate this opportunity to share with each other and with others whom we love on this path of growth and transformation. Om Shanti, peace. Amen. Now let us welcome in Deborah Weisenberger-Lippitz for our morning practice of Qigong.
Hello, everyone. We continue with our Qigong Rofu practice. So please connect inside, outside to inside. Look forward from the center of the head, Shenji Palace, out through Yin Tang, the third eye, in all directions to merge with infinite space. And from there, gather all the healing chi, love, good information, and pull it back through Yin Tang to the center of the head, and naturally close the eyes. Connecting outside to inside begins to awaken our inner essence, our inner lighthouse. Immediately, we relax. As our lighthouse gets brighter and brighter, it expands out in all directions, top, below, front, back, and every space in between, connecting us all, heart to heart and mind to mind, as one. Then pull all this loving chi contracting from all directions back inside. Our inner light is now shining very brightly. Please bring the hands up on top of the navel. The centers of the palms, Lao Gong to Du Chi. And we begin our Qigong, Rufu, circling, pushing to the front, the SI joints, kidneys, Mingmong, then circling to the right, to the back, to the left, and forward, inside space, circling, right, back, left, forward, inside space, circling. The inside space, lower dantian, becoming larger, larger, huge inside space, the universe inside, connecting, merging, transforming, circling, spiraling, inside space, then gradually stop circling, observing Qi inside, huge space, huge. Then relax hands to both sides. Very gently open the eyes, smiling from the inside out. Enjoy playing with Qi.
Inhaling that light. Enjoy playing with Qi. What a beautiful suggestion for your day today. It's a beautiful autumn morning here in New York, and it's one of these days we're going to get out and enjoy playing with the Qi that's all around us and inside of us. And this morning, many of you may realize, and some of you may not, that today marks the 3-year anniversary of Erika Luckett's transition. And we wanted to bring her in to this morning as if she's ever not in with us, but just in a more honoring way, recognizing the light and the blessings she brought to us through her being. And what a beautiful example of playing with light in the form of music or poetry, art, just being, cooking, whatever she was doing it with great presence. And we are the ones who are blessed by that as the sacred remembrance. And our beautiful friend, Gary Lynn Floyd, along with Amy Bishop, wrote a song called Erika's Moon. And Erika transitioned 3 years ago during the Hunter's Moon. It's the brightest moon of the year and low to the horizon. And what a, in Erika fashion, it was Sunday, she transitioned on a Wednesday. And that Sunday, she realized it was going to be the Hunter's Moon. And she proclaimed, I am going to go on Wednesday during the hunter's moon. That's when I'm going. And, the people in the hospice, she was still quite alert, as she was all the way to the very last breath. But she was still eating and doing all these things that didn't really suggest that she'd be leaving anytime that soon. And it's not that I wanted it to happen, of course, but I just said, you've never met anybody quite like Erika before. And if she says she's going on the hunter's moon, I believe her. And of course she did. And we had planned on being doing a Circle of Love gathering up in British Columbia. And we weren't there, but Erika just kind of dropped this song into Gary Lynn Floyd's mind and Amy Bishop's mind, and a beautiful tribute to her. And Natalia put a video together. But please enjoy Erika's Moon and allow yourselves to be filled with possibility and potential for transformation.
Erika's moon takes half of the sky. Erika's moon, haloed in white. Erika's moon, Erika's moon, Erika's moon, watching you fly, light up the sky, powerful bright. Erika's moon, see how she glows. Erika's moon, the wonder she knows. Erika's moon, Erika's moon, Erika's moon, watching you fly, light up the sky, powerful bright. Watching you fly, light up the sky, powerful bright. Erika's moon, shine on our world. Erika's moon, a spiraling swirl. Erika's moon, Erika's moon, Erika's moon, your life and love left our hearts open wide. With a single breath, you turn the tide. What a joy to see your spirit rise. Erika's moon, Erika's moon, Erika's moon, watching you fly, light up the sky, powerful bright, watching you fly, light up the sky, magical bright. Erica's moon.
So beautiful. And at the end there was the dancing orb beside the moon, the evening Erika transitioned. And knowing there's no distance between hearts and minds, it's learning how to communicate through various forms and vibrations and dimensions beyond the space and time continuum. And it's a possibility for all of us. It's a practice. It's a practice. And so today we talk about letting go. And Erika wrote so many beautiful songs about, and inspiring songs about letting go. And one of them we'll hear later called Desha. And it's what happens to the leaves that burn to gold and fall from vibrant green. Do they long for what they were, or do they let go? They just let go. And so in this invitation of Out Beyond Ideas, the theme for the month, it's letting go of the familiar, or what the ego starts to get comfortable with, in recognizing our world. We put things together. It's always wonderful. I can, traveling so much, it's always great to come home where you know where everything is. You know exactly which drawer to open for a spoon. You know where your shoes are, just everything. And it's that hug when you come into your home. It's your energy, it's your space. So these are the things we become familiar with. And when we leave the world, the world of home zone, it's an opportunity to participate, being more present in the moment, because we can't anticipate exactly what's happening around every corner. So it's the gift in traveling that we can create transformation of consciousness by introducing new experiences, new people, new ways of being, new ways of recognizing, well, I thought I needed this every morning, but that's not here. So you start to realize what you can get along without, and maybe what you think you can't get along without becomes something else you can realize you can get along without. So what is this thing that is inside of us? Who is as the Sufis and most faith traditions would ask, and SoulCall asks as well, who is the I in this I-ness? What I can do with or without? Because even in a transformation from this life to the next, to the great beyond, all of a sudden we are still in existence, but we're not in the body anymore either. So this I is not the body. But while we are on planet Earth experiencing linear time and depth, we need these bodies. So it's beautiful to practice, and important to practice an intentional spiritual grounding and turning all the light on, which is available to us in this body. But letting go, I remember this time 3 years ago being in a hospice, and people started to flood, our dear friends started to flood Facebook with images of Erika and of the two of us, and moments we shared in different parts of the world, doing our tezes or concerts or retreats, any number of things. And Erika was asleep, and I was just kind of there beside her and started to scroll Facebook a little bit, and looking at all of the things that happened before the moment I was actually sitting in, very present in that moment. It pulled me out of the moment, and I started thinking of all the things that'll never happen again. This is not going to ever happen again. And I became overwhelmed with such sadness, like, oh my gosh, the grief that had already begun, and the sadness of the life of letting go of, this is not going to be like this ever again. And then I started to think about the future. Once Etika transitions, now what's going to happen? What will happen next? Where will I go? What will I do? And that made me extremely sad and a little anxiety producing. All of the what ifs, like, this is not going to happen, but then the what ifs and the complete unknown. And this inner voice, the voice of who, the essence of who we are, our essential self, my essential self, spoke to my ego consciousness at that moment and just brought me back to the moment. It was almost like when you see a child watching something or losing something, or just experiencing something not so great. Maybe they lost a ball game, or somehow you want to comfort, and you just put your arm around this little one and say, come on inside, it'll be all right. That's what it felt like. There was something loving, a very calming presence that kind of wrapped me up and brought me back into the present moment and said, you don't have any power in the past. Those are already vibrational realities that are here. And what's to come is not the thing right now. It's just be present with what is. That's probably one of the, I've been a meditator for years, is probably one of the strongest reminders of practicing the presence in order to let go. We let go every day when we think about it. When we go to sleep, hopefully we can fall asleep and let go. Some days are more, it's easier to let go and fall asleep than others. But if we analyze that state for a little bit and contemplate on what is it that is keeping me awake if I'm not sleeping? Am I thinking about things that are done that I can't do anything about? Or am I anxiously anticipating something that has yet to come? I can't do anything yet anyway, because it's not even here yet. So there's no power in these places. And when I say power, it's the power of presence and the power of potential when we are poised, fully poised in the present. That's where we get the essence of the energy and the power we have to be fully a transformative force on the planet. So that was a powerful reminder. And I'm teaching a class on Sufism right now. We're into our third week, and mostly what we're talking about and reading about and practicing are different ways of being present. In many faith traditions on the planet, there are beads associated with prayers. There's the rosary, mala beads, tesbihs, and each one has the quality of stringing thought to thought to thought, present, 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 just staying present in the moment until we can internalize the ritual of the outer world with the tesbih beads and transform that quality inside, so that breath to breath, thought to thought, presence to presence to presence, until our life becomes a divine string of connected thoughts, fully charged with the poise and the power of presence, the transformative quality of life. One moment we're doing this, the next moment we're doing that. Well, we can do this and that with the same degree of poise, presence, and transformative power, transformational, consciousness. So when we think about letting go, I think about so many things. I think there are things we let go of that we don't even realize we're letting go of. Just coming through school, going all the way back to developmental psychology states, childhood. We let go of a lot of things to experience, little by little, we're allowed more freedom to roam. As we, reach adulthood, we can make our own choices. We've got that freedom to place our consciousness wherever we would like, to whatever we want to participate with. But it's letting go of what came before that enables us to take the next step and to move. And to be carrying forth things that no longer serve our highest purpose. So that's the invitation this week, is to think about things that no longer serve your highest purpose. And you might be asking yourself, what is my highest purpose? I don't even know what that is. That's the first question. Then, what is your highest purpose? What is your soul's calling on this planet in participation with the conscious global community? What do you bring? And what comes to mind for me that we can all share, no matter what our outward form of doing is that inner form of being. Bring your beingness to the present moment by the presence of your poise and the power of such presence to transform wherever you are. You know, the life of Erika Luckett is certainly an example to everyone who got to meet her. And some people just know her through her music and never got the chance to have a conversation. But it doesn't make a difference there. What matters is she still gets into you. She was a person who, as soon as you met her, she would just transform you just by standing in front of her. You would get a glimpse of, wow, this person changed my life. And if one person can do that, which we all can, imagine what a world we can create. You know, there are so many things pulling our consciousness right now into a fear zone, these big sweeping things. But if you look at the fear in some of the situations, you know, whether it's the pandemic or the political arena, if we keep our presence on the light and the truth and the love, wherever we show up, we'll know what is ours to do. And it's one by one by one. Each individual needs to come alive to create that conscious global community where the vibration is so high that these scary things that are incongruent with our divine nature really can't materialize. They can't take hold. But if we fall off the center and get caught up in the swell of the fear, then we're not operating at our highest to bring the most important element, which is presence, to whatever it is that we're trying to work on as our piece of moving towards a conscious global community where everyone has their basic human needs to sustain their lives and their consciousness and their contribution this time around. So inviting you into that moment. Thinking about so many songs. Erika wrote another song called Sacred Ground. And the realization there was, I see how letting go of where we've been, I discover where we are. Letting go of where I've been, I discover where I am. I've been doing that, and little by little, my life is taking shape in a way that is most pleasing to me. Remembering who I am as individual, not in partnership with Erika anymore. It's like, okay, how does that go? Well, we carry each other in each other's cells. That essence, the essential self is love. So whatever it is you're doing, may it be of love. May it be pleasing to the infinite, who is the source of all love and all creativity. And just, boy, there's so many metaphors in autumn. And I love the idea of just having this passion for life, especially the inner world, like those inner malas. When our mind turns toward God, everything we do on the outside becomes of God, and it vibrates to the God reminding resonance, the infinite goddess, whatever you call it. It just resonates with that. So that if somebody picks up your book or listens to your music or walks past your desk and watching you work in harmony with the divine, there's a quality to the way we are from becoming into being, becoming these living human vibrant beings of light. And so letting go of where we've been, we discover where we are. And may breath to breath, thought to thought, word to word, deed to deed, step by step, each one being fully present in letting go of the last step and being fully present and conscious in the step you're in at this moment. And you'll have the ability to just step into a room and transform thousands just by your presence. Nobody will really know why. There's a great story in the Living Presence book by Kabir Helminski. It's the book of transformation and by the philosophy of Sufism. It was talking about his sheikh, who was an older gentleman named Suleiman Dede. And he was flying from Turkey. Suleiman Dede was flying from Turkey to the United States. And he landed in the airport in the United States, and Kabir was greeting him. This was when you were still allowed to go and do such things at the airport. And he noticed that as soon as Suleiman Dede made his way down, the tarmac and came out, there were all these people standing around, and they all just migrated toward him. He spoke Turkish, so he hardly spoke any English, but he wasn't talking. But people just started to come to where he was. He had this beautiful smile and a radiant glow about his being, and because he was fully just supercharged with presence. And they just followed him. And he sat down just to collect his breath and talk to Kabir for a moment. And people came and sat around them. He said it was the most interesting experience. And it was mostly the fragrance of that divine presence, which is possible for all of us. So step by step, meditation. We have meditation Mondays. Join us from 8 to 9 p.m. and practice that presence with us. But now we've got a really wonderful song about autumn, and it was written by Erika, and she's singing it on her recording Unexpected, but it's called Desha.
What happens to the leaves that burn to gold and fall from vibrant green? Do they long for what they were, or do they let go? They just let go, doing cartwheels in the sky. They let go, watching branches pass them by. They let go. The clouds that hang with gray, what do they do when they dissolve to rain? 1,000 drops of sighs that let go. They just let go. A million times reflected. They let go. Reflected, reflected. They let go. Deixa, deixa um pouquinho nada fica igual. Deixa, deixa. Deixa, deixa porque nada fica igual. Deixa, deixa. Crashing of the waves, bursting in foam, rise and fall, rolling walls of water blue that let go. They just let go. It's the breathing of the ocean. They let go. They're breathing, breathing.
Mm. So, what can you let go of right this moment? Just breathing that in, that beautiful invitation. They let go. This moment, I let go of all that is unlike love and joy, all the things that keep me from becoming the true being. Little by little, the non-beings are being gone. May my non-beingness be gone and my true being shine forth. All the things that I long for that I cannot have or claim again in the material universe, I can call to mind with my memory and bring forth the beauty, distilling all the light from the shadows, bringing forth bright blessings, joy, all the emotion, owning it all, for it is part of my divine birthright to feel my feelings, to be compassionate with self, to be kind to self first, and to take the next step in opening to this awareness. My prayer for all of you this week is that may you be guided and inspired to experience an abundance of worthwhile achievements and to be guided by the infinite's constant presence and blessedness. Knowing that it's with you always, this divine realization, this divine spark, letting go, cleaning out, forging ahead with new life, new joy, new breath, new body, new being, new consciousness, your soul's light shining forth from your brilliant smiles, your beautiful eyes. I'm feeling it. I'm just feeling this conscious global community waking up, waking up, waking up, and sending forth bright blessings as you step into the fullness of your being. Om Shanti. Peace. Amen. 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 All women. Ashe. Whatever else we say, because there is no end. It's just we push it forth with our consciousness. And so thank you for joining us this morning, and thank you for joining us whenever it is that you tune in. Thank you for liking us on Facebook and your social media and subscribing to us on our YouTube channel, SoulCall Global. Share us with your friends. Share our events. If you signed up for our newsletter, we say thank you. Our newsletter is, people love the newsletter because it's got a little bit of everything to inspire whatever it is you're passionate about. So please feel free to share that as well. We thank you again. If you're joining us right now or joining us later, your presence is a blessing to us because it changes the consciousness of the planet. So Monday nights, every Monday from 8 to 9 p.m., we offer meditation. And just join us in the Zoom room. Go to soulcallglobal.org events and click the link for the Zoom room silent meditation. We do some chanting. And then we go into the cosmos, as my friend likes to say, and just being very still. So we invite you to do that. And of course, Sundays at 8:15, yoga with Natalia, a beautiful practitioner of yoga. I love doing yoga with Natalia, and I know that many of you do as well, but every Sunday. So what a blessing that is. Coming up in November, which is a couple weeks away, we've got another workshop starting, Writing as a Path to Awakening, with our very own Reverend Christy Hardwick. Signups are still open, so find that event, soulcallglobal.org/events and classes. People are experiencing wonderful breakthroughs through writing, allowing themselves to hear their inner voice, follow the contemplative path within, SoulCall Global, creativity, consciousness, contemplation, meditation, finding the truth of who we are so we can express more fully in the world. And I thank everyone who came out last week. We had a very successful SoulCall spaghetti dinner. And oh my gosh, it was incredible. The sauce, we're going to put the sauce recipe in the newsletter because people keep asking for this, the secret sauce recipe. And I want to thank all of the volunteers who made it happen, and Unity of Columbus, who shared this space. We used their kitchen, and it was really a fun day. We gave away about 30 dinners to a homeless encampment here in Columbus, Ohio. There's a friend who is a friend of SoulCall who knows where homeless people are, and was able to bring 30 dinners. And some of you had mentioned that they wish they would have known about it and they would have contributed more. So if you are inclined to donate to SoulCall Global, know that your funds go to put forth programming like this, but also to help us with our food drives. SoulCallGlobal.org/donate. We're on Venmo. You can sign up at Kroger or Amazon Smile with the gift giving season. Yeah, Venmo, PayPal, pretty much Wix. You can do it right from the website. We thank you for every dollar goes towards helping people to help themselves. So the fund drive from the fundraiser we did, the spaghetti dinner, was rolling into our secret SoulCall Santa, where we helped over 150 families and individuals last year in Pittsburgh and in Columbus. This year, we're going to spread that out a little bit to different points. We've got a SoulCall, a Soul Squad developing here in Millerton, New York, which is very exciting. More about that later. Livermore, California. We've got them in different places now, St. Petersburg, Florida. But if you're interested in starting a Soul Squad in your area, let us know. Drop me a line at info@soulcallglobal.org. But these funds that we're raising are coming into helping people have food and have beautiful holidays for their families and for individuals who are homeless and hungry. So every dollar really counts. No amount is too great or too small. So if you come to the year end and you find you've got piles of money you need to give away, we are a 501c3 nonprofit. We can write all those contributions off and put them to excellent use. Every penny goes toward that. So thank you in advance for thinking of us. And which brings me to our next thing. I'm so excited. It is the 18th annual Jazz Up the Holidays coming up on Monday, December 6th. We will be in Pittsburgh at the Manchester Craftsmen's Guild. And then on Wednesday, December 8th, we will be in Columbus, Ohio at the McConnell Arts Center. Tickets are on sale for both of those on the website if you click the link. But if you go to Manchester Craftsmen's Guild, there'll be more information in the newsletter. Manchester Craftsmen's Guild for Pittsburgh and McConnell Arts Center in Worthington for Columbus. And on Monday night, December 6th, we are going to offer the live stream opportunity that we did last year. We're going to live stream from the auditorium, the Manchester Craftsmen's Guild, and tickets will be available for the live stream on our website as well, so that you can be in the house with us and know that you're contributing to a super successful fund drive to feed families and help pay off layaways for families who need a little extra help around the holidays. So I thank you for your consciousness. Thank you for being with us. And if you are in need of prayer, please don't go to sleep with something on your heart or your consciousness this evening. Prayers at soulcallglobal.org. Our prayer team and our healing team have joined forces. And so when you ask for prayer, you get the consciousness of the prayer team. And we invite you to see if you want remote Reiki, which is sending energy to your loved one or to yourself to help you get through this challenging time. So you're not alone. A conscious global community means that we are here for you, to pray with you. And we thank you for the opportunity and the honor to be involved in your world in such a sacred way at an important time. So thank you for all the things that are going great with SoulCall. We are growing, and we are knowing that we're here for you. If you would like to join us after this at 11 o'clock Eastern, join us for SoulCall Sunday Rewind. You'll have to go to the website, get the link for today, and jump into the Zoom room and say hello. And I want to thank Natalia Zuckerman and everyone who, and the music of Erika Luckett. I thank you for all your thoughts and prayers. Many of you are sending me beautiful notes and messages, and thank you for sending love to me and to Erika's family. And I send it back to all of you, knowing that we all have the same respect, love, and admiration, and carrying Erika in our hearts. And wherever you are on the planet, whatever you are experiencing, experience it with poised presence and experience the full power of your beautiful being in connection with Source. And remember always that you are loved. Peace and blessings.
One family, one people, one planet, one love.